It's time to take your business to the next level, the boss level. These are the premier business owner strategies and successes being utilized by the industry's top talent today. Rock your business like a boss, a VO boss. Now let's welcome your host, Ann Ganguza.
Welcome, everyone, to the VO Boss Podcast and the Business Superpower Series. I'm your host, Ann Ganguza, and today I'm excited to bring my special guest co-host, Lau Lapidus, to the program. Hey, Lau.
Hey, Ann. Glad to be here.
Lau, we had an amazing live audition podcast. I am so excited for how that turned out.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. And what a great time that was.
Yeah.
Great group.
And our appreciation, you guys, bosses out there, if you've not heard it, go make sure that you check it out. It was our first ever live audition podcast where we had 12 people live auditioning for a particular, for Expedia, and with feedback and everything. And today, this episode is all about the live audition callback. So we had 5 people calling back, and we are going to have them come back for another round of reads, and Lau and I will pick the winner. So get ready, bosses. And so without further ado, hopefully people are there in the audience. In the chat, we have the roster, which will be Nicole, Fikes, Aria Lapidus, Manny Cabo, Josh Wells, and Kelly White. Okay, so if you guys are ready, the first one up to audition for us again is Nicole. And Nicole, we are asking you to do the same script, which is the script for Expedia, starting with our colors. And we would like you to give us your unique second take. Lau, any particular hints, casting directions, specs?
I would love to see the most coziest, warmest, most relaxed read you can do, Nicole.
Coziest, warmest, most relaxed. Okay. All right. Our colors. They have a way of finding us wherever we are. And with an Expedia membership, you can save up to 30% when adding a hotel to a flight. So we can go find our colors in even more places, knowing we got a great deal. Expedia, made to travel.
Thank you. Very nice.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to offer one little bit of redirection. Can I hear the end? Give me a little more, I'm going to say a little more punch on in even more places, in more places. And I really want to hear finding the colors. Come bring that home to me. A little bit of a smile, more of a smile at the end, because you got a great deal.
Yeah. Okay. And so still warm and fuzzy, but just kind of a little bit more emphasis on the colors and even more places kind of line.
Yeah. And you can just pick it up so we can go find our colors. So I don't need to hear the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay. So we can go find our colors in even more places, knowing we got a great deal. Expedia, made to travel.
Thank you. All right.
Super nice.
Nicely done.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thanks.
Now, in a real audition, Lau, how now in terms of if people are late or they're not connecting or, I'm sure there's a grace period. I mean, everyone's human. So if there are tech issues or if somebody didn't hear that they're being called back at the precise time, how much time typically would you say casting directors will wait?
I don't know. It's not like I don't think it's a hard and fast rule. I think it depends on the relationship they have with whoever is sending them in, whoever is submitting them, and if they know the talent themselves.
Yeah.
The rule of thumb, generally speaking, is like the less they know you and the less rapport they have, the less they're going to have patience for you and the less they're going to wait. But here's the interesting thing, and I want to share this with the folks in the background because, again, they're not seeing any of the tech stuff that's going on. I just received a text right now from Aria who said, hey, could you please give me a second? I need to reset it and reboot. I would say in general, people don't like waiting, so they'll skip to the next person. And, as a courtesy, they will come back to you most of the time because they want to find a good person. They don't want to.
And that's fine. And I will look. I'll make the call here if Manny is available. If Aria can't get back, okay. We can certainly take Manny and wait, for later to get Aria on, which is fine with me.
That's how it would be, because if we were in a paid studio space by the hour, we don't wait for anyone. We just go on to the next person.
Right. Because this studio is expensive. Darn it.
And as we're saying this, the talent is emailing me because I have a direct rapport with the talent, and she's saying, "Could you please have someone else go while I'm doing the tech setup so I don't hold you up?" See, that's exactly pro stuff.
Perfect. All right, Manny, welcome back. So we're looking for your unique second read.
Unique second read.
You were super warm the first time, so let's hear something different.
Okay, let's do something fun.
Okay.
Here we go. Our colors, they have a way of finding us wherever we are. And with an Expedia membership, you can save up to 30% when adding a hotel to a flight. So we can go find our colors in even more places, knowing we got a great deal. Expedia, made to travel.
Thank you. Lau, any redirection there?
I have a quick redirect just because I'm getting to know Manny and loving your sound. Yeah. I would love to hear you deliver this as a stand-up comedian.
Stand-up comedian. All right, that sounds good. That's fun. Here we go. Our colors, they have a way of finding us wherever we are. And with an Expedia membership, you can save up to 30% when adding a hotel to a flight. So we can go find our colors in even more places, knowing we got a great deal. Expedia. Made to travel.
Nicely done.
So good.
Yeah.
Good.
Nicely done for doing that without a real joke in the script. So that was good. You channeled. And what I liked about that is that you channeled the comedic into the read, even though there was nothing comedic necessarily in the script. So yeah, nicely done. Thank you.
Mom, I'm an artist. I'm doing artist stuff, Mom. Come on.
See? There you go.
Killing me. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you, Manny.
And even that little improv bit at the end there, nicely done. Mm-hmm.
So good.
That's a way to leave a nice remembrance, in my brain. So.
Love that. And could I make a quick point that I meant to say before, but I didn't say before? I wanted to make the point to everyone who's coming in, but also anyone who's listening in, that even though this is a mock audition under educational umbrella, you're actually auditioning every single time you're in front of an agent, a producer, casting, or even coaches. And it's because we're all so connected to work all the time. Case in point, I'm already thinking of work for Manny right now. I'm already thinking of potential representation for him right now, because it doesn't matter that it's a podcast or a class or a course or a coaching. What matters is we're actually having the real connection and the real stuff. So never mark it through like a dancer might mark. Do it full out, because whoever you're with may be the next person to help you work.
You've planted the seed.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, you've planted the seed. So excellent.
Yes.
Aria, so wonderful to have you here. We are ready for you now. So I know last time we had thrown that wrench in the loop there for you and gave you the completely new script.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
And so now, because you were really a cold read there. Yeah. Let's give us the most 2-spec read, warm, non-announcery, not deliver. Nothing performery. And tell us that story. Lau, any additional direction?
Yes. I would like you to do 2 things at once. I'd like you to care immensely about what you're talking about. And I also want you to not give a shit about it at all.
There you go.
Oh, you son of a birch tree. Oh.
That's exactly what I was looking for too, Lau.
I love that. That's my whole thing, right? I care so deeply, but I also don't care at all. Okay. Our colors. See, they have a way of finding us wherever they are. And with an Expedia membership, you can save up to 30% adding a hotel or flight. So we can find our colors in even more places, knowing we got a great deal. Expedia, made to travel.
Bravo. Nicely done. Way to take direction. I heard both care and not care in there at the same time.
I'm good at that.
Really nicely done. Now,
Thank you.
that was okay, so now that you can care and not care, let's just give us something completely different. A wild take from you. I want one more.
Okay, got you.
A wild take from you.
Okay.
I loved it. And also one more thing, be very careful of, I know you're not in a soundproof space right now, be very careful of excess noise because you actually clapped at the end. You did something to make noise. So just be careful of, hitting something or any excess noise.
Be careful of using your body, hitting something, excess noise. Got you. Echo. Our colors, they have a way of finding us wherever we are. And with the Expedia membership, you can save up to 30%, adding a hotel and a flight, and even more places. You know, knowing you got a great deal, Expedia, made to travel.
Perfect. Let's hear that again. You missed a line.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so let's hear that again.
Our colors, they have a way of finding us wherever they are. And with an Expedia membership, you can save up to 30% when adding a hotel to a flight. So, we can go find our colors in even more places, knowing that we have a great deal. Expedia, made to travel.
Thank you. Law?
Yeah, I want to make a comment about this. And again, it's like the oxymoron kind of thing. On one hand, I love that choice. And I loved how quickly you did it. You didn't care. It was that improv in you. You just did it. You went 100%. And I loved that. And actually, you had a sort of European amorphous kind of real thing going on, which I like.
Yeah.
But just from an educational perspective for everyone, you wouldn't be able to do it for the most part.
Right.
Because we are so much about particular appropriation that that authentic sound would be from somewhere and we would have to do the casting.
And that's so funny that you say that because I was actually originally going to do like a Valley Girl because I was like, I feel like that would be a little bit more appropriate, at least for my age group.
No, but I think your choice was really right on in terms of the actor spirit.
I think so too, in terms of making it more international.
It was cool.
And especially for the subject, but you're absolutely right, Law. That's one thing that I was going to say.
100%.
That maybe, unless you knew specifically that there was something in the specs that they were looking and that it wasn't critical that it was, from a native speaker. But I like the actor part in you that gave that the shot for sure.
Because you guys are so right. Like, especially these days, like they want the authentic thing. Like even in acting, they're like, if you aren't this specific thing, I'm sorry, you can't play the role. And I'm like, let's go.
Yeah. So I loved it, but I wouldn't be able to cast it.
Right.
Just so you know.
I've got that noted. Yeah, I appreciate it. All right.
Nicely
Awesome,
done.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Aria. Thank you. All right.
Ooh, that was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Josh.
Ooh.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, how's it going?
Fantastic. Thank you.
Cool.
Law, any direction that you want to give before he reads?
Yeah, sure, Josh. I love what you're doing. Just give me a little bit more professor that is mixed with surfboard. So let's say he's like a UC, LA professor that goes surfing during his lunch break.
Sure, dig it. Okay, cool. All right. Josh Wells.
I think you're a little low, too. Is that me? I feel like your volume is low.
Well, I'm away from the mic, but how about here? Is this better?
That's better.
Okay, cool. All right, excellent. Josh Wells, non-union. Our colors, they have a way of finding us wherever we are. And with an Expedia membership, you can save up to 30% when adding a hotel to a flight. So we can go find our colors in even more places, knowing we got a great deal. Expedia, made to travel.
So, I felt like you're moving there. You're not there yet. You're sort of holding on. There's a held feeling to it. Like, I would want you to let it go, let it move forward. Ride the wave. And be careful of the pausing too much. It has an unnatural feel to it.
Dig it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was
Sure.
going to say I missed the surfer kind of channeling of the surfer. I felt like I needed a little more relaxed. And then also I have a personal issue with the word a. Because in a conversation, it's usually you're adding a hotel and not a hotel, but that's, that's just my ears here.
I've gotten that note before.
Yeah. So, if you can give me a little more of the relaxed, kind of like, the half smile.
Sure.
I'd like to hear that again.
Okay, you got it. Our colors, they have a way of finding us wherever we are. And with an Expedia membership, you can save up to 30% when adding a hotel to a flight. So we can go find our colors in even more places, knowing we got a great deal. Expedia, made to travel.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I liked your ending. I liked the different end on the tag there.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Josh. You have a great cat that ate the canary sound. Mm-hmm. You had that really sort of wisecracking, wise guy sound, which I really like a lot. I'd want to play with that even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would say I'm in California, so it's the surfer, I guess it's surfer in me. I felt like you were almost leaning towards a little more like, Midwest sort of Sam Elliott kind of relaxed. So work on the surfer. I think you've got it in you for sure.
Thank you. Appreciate that note.
Yeah. Nice. I really like your tone. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Josh.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Kelly White.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
Hey, how are you?
Nice to see you back.
Thank you for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
Awesome. So, Lau, do you have any specific direction you'd like?
Yeah, so Kelly, keep in mind that we're going for a slightly younger demographic. So as we love the richness and texture and heaviness of your sound, we really feel like you might be able to go in that direction of the 30s to even early 40s sound of like something that is the fast-moving person, multitasking person, young professional person, raising young children. I know you know nothing about that. I'm joking because I know Kelly well. Kelly has small young children. So
yes,
target that on a busy day.
Okay.
But remember that your colors. I want to feel the colors
Gotcha.
bringing you home.
Okay. Our colors, they have a way of finding us wherever we are. And with an Expedia membership, you can save up to 30% when adding a hotel to a flight. So we can go find our colors in even more places, knowing we got a great deal. Expedia, made to travel.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
If this is a busy mom, a young busy mom, what does colors mean to you, to her? What does that actually mean, literally?
Just different aspects of probably her life, just the different things that she's doing, different things she has going on.
Yeah, and the idea that she also wants to escape from it.
Gotcha.
And find.
And the colors of the ocean, the colors of the mountains, the greenery, the islands.
And find herself in more places than just her home.
Got it.
That's right. Explore her inner world, right? Her fantasy. Welcome to Fantasy Island. Give me more Fantasy Island, I think.
Got it. Our colors, they have a way of finding us wherever we are. And with an Expedia membership, you can save up to 30% when adding a hotel to a flight. So we can go find our colors in even more places, knowing we got a great deal. Expedia, made to travel.
Nice. I really like the way you slowed that down and emphasized the colors, and you brought that home. And I think knowing we got a great deal, I'd like to hear just that last part again, so we can go find our colors in even more places. Knowing we got a great deal, that's like your mom, like that's your mom's secret. Like you just got a deal, you just had a coupon, and you know what? You're excited about it, and so you're sharing that with us.
Gotcha.
Okay, and let's just hear that one more time, please.
Okay. So we can go find our colors in even more places, knowing we got a great deal. Expedia, made to travel.
Nice. Can I ask for one more? Can I ask for an alternate on so we can find our colors in even more places, knowing we got a great deal? Can I get an ABC read of that? That would be 3 different ways.
Okay. So we can go find our colors in even more places, knowing we got a great deal. So we can go find our colors in even more places, knowing we got a great deal. So we can go find our colors in even more places, knowing we got a great deal.
Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Thank you, hon. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right. That's everyone, yeah?
That is everyone. Wow, you guys all did an amazing job. This is going to be tough.
Actually, I think it's going to be easier than we think, only because we kind of get and know what that client wants.
Yeah.
And that's going to help us deduce down who we need to be picking along with who we want to be picking. So what are your top thoughts on top people? Who are your top 2?
My top people, I am going to say, is going to be Manny. Aria and Kelly.
Okay, and my top people are Manny and Nicole. Okay, so we've got Manny in common there, which is a strong choice.
Right.
And what's even stronger about Manny is, and it's genderless, like they don't care what gender, that's fine, but they want diversity talent. And Manny is, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Manny, I believe Latina and is bilingual. And so can offer a Spanish read of this.
Aha.
Okay, so there's a super compelling reason why he may book this.
And let's also talk about, as we mentioned before with our feedback, the fact that he was able to, take good direction. That's so very important, right? Change up his read, which he did when asked. Also, when leaving, when we asked him for the comedic read, and I said, nice job, even though there's no comedic in there, he was actually able to leave us without sounding trying too desperate or trying to impress us. He did a line, right, that was comedic that impressed me. And so I really liked the nuance of that. And for me, that stood out and made him very memorable.
Yeah. I mean, when he did that last mom thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this guy is like really ready. He is ready, Freddy. He is, there's no fooling around with Manny. Like, he's a super pro. And again, I'm saying this, like, I don't know Manny at all. He was referred over to me last night for a VO Spanish audition that we got in from Miami. Unfortunately, he did not make that call because it was a time sensitive. So I said, and this happens all the time, I said, hey, I would love for you to come on to our podcast. We're doing mock auditions today. He came on today in good spirit that he missed the actual audition, but not any fault of his. He just didn't, he came in late and then came in today. And now I'm thinking, how can I work with Manny?
Sure, absolutely.
See, that's the way life is. So, okay, so he's my top choice then.
Yeah, he's my top choice too. And I'm going to say, my other picks, again, I had for demographic, Aria, I love the voice. I love the demographic. I think that she's great with that. She did give a complete different read, on either, and I liked her acting instincts there. And so again, sometimes guys, it can turn out to be like just these tiny little things that can separate, who we decide and not. And Kelly, I liked because we asked her to do a lot there at the end too. And she came through with her 3 different reads, which I liked a whole lot. In terms of demographic too, I thought that she was appropriate. I wanted a little younger sound though, but
I did
that's
too,
not
and
her fault.
I felt it was a little square, a little boxy for me. Like it had, again, she's got a good corporate feel. She's got a good businessy feel. I wanted more. It was a very staccato type of reads. I wanted more flowiness to it. I wanted more hangout energy. And also, Aria was terrific, no question. I felt she's got age and room to grow. I thought she was a little too young for this one somehow.
Okay. No, I would totally agree with you. on that.
But again, we're splitting hairs. We're like going, okay, we're looking at union and non-union status. We're looking at diversity. We're looking at age. We're looking at all these different factors that separate people when really all of these people could be booked on this.
Yeah. And just, other words, like for Nicole really has that warm read down.
Oh,
I'll tell you, she really does.
Totally.
I don't want to leave this without feedback for all of you, because Nicole, you have that warm read, and that's something I think when you've got it, go for it. When there are auditions that call for that warmth, go for them, because that seems to be a signature style for you. And then I'll say a little bit about, let's see, who else was it that, Josh.
And
right?
Can I just say about Nicole before you leave that? See, okay, again, listeners, you don't know what's in our head and how it's shifting so fast. Nicole was actually my first pick for this.
Mm-hmm.
But the age, the diversity factor came in, and the this
age,
factor, and that.
Yep, mm-hmm.
See, and it shifted the game. It has nothing to do with, can Nicole do this job? Is she great and right for it? Of course she is. But there were other factors.
I think every one of you could have done this job.
No question. Yeah.
And now we just talk about different factors in terms of demographics. So keep that in mind, guys, when you let things get you down and you think that, they didn't pick me. It has a lot to do with things other than just your voice or your performance. And also it could be like, well, I've worked with Manny before, and I just know he's going to come through and give us whatever we want. Or, I've worked with Nicole before, and, or my cousin knows Nicole and really recommends her, or whatever it is, guys. Don't let the fact that you don't get the gig, get you down, because there's so many things, so many factors here. And like I say, all five of you, I think, could have done this job well. And what has shifted us, I think, is, again, going back to what the client wants, what we think is best for the brand. And always, guys, I think if you can look up the brand. At this point, you've had some time with the script. If you don't know the brand, go look at the brand, look them up. Google's your friend. Find out who are they marketing to? What does their brand look like on the web? And try to really learn as much as you can about that brand, because you're speaking on behalf of the brand. Not only are you telling the story of the script, but you're also speaking on behalf of the brand. So know it. The more you know, right? The more you know. I think the more educated you are, the better you're going to be. And sometimes, it comes down to, splitting hairs, like Lau said before.
Yeah, and even if you go, like, I just used this example the other day, even if you go into like an Apple store and you're looking for a new Mac, and you go on the Mac and you sort of test it out, you're going, okay, what's the capability of all these programs? What is the this? What is the that? What does it look like? Is it easy to use? Do I like this What am I willing to pay for? It's not that the Mac itself is not something that you could buy and love and enjoy and could work well. It's just the difference between this $1,000 Mac and this $2,000 Mac. And what are the differences?
Yep.
So don't discount yourself or devalue yourself like, they don't like me, I'm not good enough, whatever. No, you just may not have a quality or a program, if you will, that someone else has that we need for the job.
And as we mentioned before, there's a lot of, can you sound younger, right? That kind of thing. Like, people, there's no way, I may have a younger sounding voice given my age, but there's no way I'm going to sound millennial.
No.
You know what I mean? And so, sometimes it's beyond your control also. If they're looking for a gravitas, if they're looking for a texture, and I have a very clear voice, right? If they want something that has more texture in it or rasp in it, that wouldn't be me. But just knowing that can help you to just continue, I think, always maintaining, be the best actor you can be. Because the things that you can control, sometimes like your voice, like the tone and the texture, and, there's lots of things you can do with local placement, with characters. But when it comes to this type of a read where we're looking for authenticity, it's we don't need you to go into character mode necessarily, but we need authenticity, and that is, I think, the thing that you can really concentrate on and practice and get better at as an actor. I think that's so important.
And knowing that self-knowing of who you are, your brand, what your best qualities are, what your niche is, what is your niche market, that honesty, that truthfulness, it will only set you free over time because it will free up a lot of your time so that you're not focusing on jobs that you're simply not going to get because they can get the authentic read when that you may not fall into that category. Just focus in those areas that are really your strong suits.
Absolutely. Well, then I think we've declared our winner, Lau. So congratulations to Manny.
Yay, Manny.
You are our voice for Expedia. So congratulations. And thanks to all of you that came in and auditioned in our first podcast. Thanks to you guys who came back for the callbacks. I hope that you've gotten some value out of these 2 podcasts, and we hope to keep them coming your way. I think this could wrap up our episode.
I love it. I mean, look at this. In just about 2 hours, little over 2 hours, we went through all the tech glitches, all the directions, all the preliminaries of auditions, the breakdown into the shortlist, then all the way up to the person who's going to book the role.
And you heard our brains. You heard us thinking and speaking out loud and casting. And so hopefully you all have a better understanding of what it takes to get cast and what's behind the casting glass. And you guys were all amazing. I really, really appreciate it. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to give a big shout out to our sponsor, IPDTL. You too can connect and network like bosses. Find out more at IPDTL.com. Lau, you're amazing. Bosses out there, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you next week.
Kudos to
Thanks
everyone.
So much. Bye.
Great weekend. Bye.
Bye. Congrats.
Join us next week for another edition of VO Boss with your host, Ann Ganguza. And take your business to the next level. Sign up for our mailing list at voboss.com and receive exclusive content, industry revolutionizing tips and strategies, and new ways to rock your business like a boss. Redistribution with permission, coast-to-coast connectivity via IPDTL.